So did you like go out and like, put your flyer? You know how nowadays people put their flyers on people's cars?
I didn't.
Oh my God, you just said God
didn't.
is with you, okay?
It doesn't take me long to wax. So
Okay.
when I first started waxing, I learned Brazilians with Softwax. So hard wax
Really?
for me was like a what's
Yeah.
that? Yeah. So I primarily soft wax.
So how long is the soft wax compared to the hard wax?
I've waxed people in 5 minutes with soft wax.
Yeah, I
I've
can
waxed
see
some
that.
people in like 15. It used to take me an hour. If I wasn't a solo esthetician, it's okay. Like, you don't have to be an entrepreneur to be successful in the aesthetics.
Yeah.
You can still work for somebody, learn all you can.
Hey guys, it's your girl Toya here, the Master Esthetician, and we are back with our episodes. I know I took 2 weeks off, but I'm back. I'm back for y'all. So today we have our wonderful esthetician, and I'm going to have her tell you a little bit about herself, who she is, and what she does.
Hi, I'm Rakia. My business is Lavish Skin Artistry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are you located?
So I'm located in Glenburnie, Anne Arundel County.
Okay, how long have you been in this SD field?
4 years.
Oh my God. Okay, guys, so we're just gonna get to know a little bit more about you. What made you become an esthetician?
Okay, so I used to be really into makeup.
Oh.
And working in Sephora and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I wanted to just learn about people's skin and everything. And
okay. You went to school in Baltimore, or did you go like Virginia? Or well, Maryland, or did you go Virginia?
No, I was here. I went to Cortiva.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I've been hearing about Cortiva. That's it.
Girl.
I know. I've been hearing the story.
So it's funny, when I worked at Sephora, I didn't even know what esthetician was.
Really?
At all. One of my coworkers was like,
"Was one?
Girl, you need to be an esthetician." I'm like, "What is that?"
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So that's how you was like researching. So you just like, okay, let me research because I want to learn more about their skin.
Still didn't research it.
Oh, still didn't. Oh my God.
So I did like my own little research, but I never thought about like, okay, I'm gonna go to esthetician school. So I went to Bowie for 4 years.
Oh,
Bowie State, for biology.
Okay, so you're a science major. That's good.
I was like, I don't want to be a doctor. I
Are
thought
you
I did.
serious?
So yeah, I dropped out. Went to esthetician school.
Really?
Yes,
what made you take that leap of faith? Like, people are scared. Okay.
I was just like, I'm tired of people pleasing.
Okay.
It was the people pleasing for me, and I was like, no.
Okay, so you were getting your degree. It wasn't for you. It was like for just to
Everybody
please other
else.
people. Okay, got you. Oh, that's good because I be scared. Like I still work full time and I still do my business.
Yep.
But I'm like scared to take that leap of faith. So I'm happy to hear like that you took that leap of faith because I be so nervous. I don't know. I be nervous.
You sound like me. I just quit my full time at the end of January.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay, so we got a lot of tea to go build up on here. Okay. So we know a little bit more about you. So how did you get started? Like what made you become solo and not, or did you work at a chain before you went solo?
So I did, but it was the owner, she only had 3 locations. So it wasn't a huge
wasn't a
change.
big change.
She
Okay.
just had 3 private salons.
But 3 is good though. Like, being an owner.
She was girl bossing.
Yeah, she was definitely girl boss. Okay. So you was working with her for like a year or 2?
Yeah, I was there for like a year and a half.
Okay.
I didn't want to leave, but
okay.
things get weird.
I know.
So it was kind of like, I think God was like, I was too comfortable.
Yeah.
I was complacent. It was like, what do you want to do in 5 years? This. Okay, but what else? And it was just like, my bills are paid. I don't have any complaints. But no. Yeah. It was like the rug was like, Shroom.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
okay. So you wasn't scared to open your own business because it's hard being a business owner.
I didn't have a choice.
Okay.
I didn't have a job.
Okay.
I only had 2 months worth of savings.
Oh, okay.
I told my grandparents, I need to find a place to work in 2 weeks.
Oh my God. So you ended up getting a suite or you ended up working out their house?
Girl, no, I found a suite 2 weeks later.
Oh, you jumped in. Yeah, you jumped in.
Go ahead.
I had to work out my mom's house before I even went to a suite. So I was scared to even do, because it's expensive. Like it's rent. Like, okay. So you found this place and you researched it. Was it expensive or you already was like, because you didn't have no clientele?
My clients they were loyal.
Okay.
It was one of those things where it's like, Rakia won't be an esthetician for your appointment. You'll
Okay.
be with this person. Oh no,
Oh
it's
no.
okay. Take me off the books.
Okay.
So they were like messaging me on Venmo, like, where you at? Do you need to
That's
come to
crazy.
the house?
On Venmo though, that is crazy. They was looking for you.
I opened my suite. My clients helped me open my suite. And like a few friends and a few family members, it was my clients. Send me
Wow.
an Amazon list. Buy my wax spots, helping me
Oh,
order
that was
wax.
nice. Okay.
God worked it out for me. I didn't
Yeah.
profit at all.
In
Like
the
the
first
first
beginning.
6 months.
Okay.
Nope. It was so expensive.
I know that's what I'm saying. You was really like taking a leap of faith.
$350 a week.
Yeah, that's
Expensive. I'm like, I'm not even waxing $350.
right.
I'm saying on like 2 people a week right now. Because waxing is like, I don't need no wax this week. So it's like, ugh.
Okay, so let's get into like the marketing. Did you like do Groupon? Or was it just referrals?
Referrals.
Wow.
Referrals and I always had like a beauty page because years ago I used to do YouTube.
YouTube. Okay.
So it was just I had always posted before and after, so it just was like, oh, her location looks different in the videos now. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I just kept posting. It was slow.
Yeah.
I did try Groupon. There was no help. I
Really?
only had 2 people
From Groupon.
and I still waxed the one girl from this day, and she lives in Vegas.
Oh wow, dang.
She came visiting,
right?
And she's like, yeah.
Right.
So I was like, oh. And then eventually it kind of picked up. My clients were like, all right, we can get back on your schedule.
Yeah.
It was still kind of slow, but I was like, I'm doing it.
Yeah. So did you like go out and like, put your flyer? You know how nowadays people put their flyers on people's cars?
I didn't.
Oh my God, you just said God is with you. Okay.
I really didn't. I just was posting, but I also was like overwhelmed. And I was just like, but I know this is what I want to do. Wow. I did eventually get another job. When did I start working another job?
Okay.
Like I did eventually get another job because I'm a pharmacy technician too. So
okay.
But it was a while before I did that because I was like, my bills, like, I'm not stressing my grandmother out because I want to be a business owner.
Yeah.
It's like God just kind of pushed it on.
Okay, you got the faith. Oh, I love that. The Lord, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about your life as a solo beauty specialist. The first question is, how do you handle clients who are nervous or scared of pain?
I just talk to them.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm always like, and I love music, so I'm always making a music playlist. I'm like, we're going to be singing. We're going to be talking.
What type of music you be playing in there? Like, are you the type to be like, that music that be in the store, or like you be R&B, hip hop?
R&B.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
It's definitely like karaoke vibes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. I give my clients like stress balls.
I looked at some.
Yeah, they have like some little stretch balls.
Yes.
It's on like Etsy if y'all want to order some. But they have like a whole pack that you could get to your clients. Okay, so do you have any pre or post wax care tips that you swear by?
Exfoliating. That's so cliche, but
it is.
It makes a difference in how your hair comes out. So like that exfoliating the night before really does make a difference.
Yeah.
And keeping your skin hydrated.
Okay.
So moisturizing. Do
you have any product, like brand wise, do you like that exfoliation, or do you make your own?
I really like Bush Balm. I want to get into making my own so bad.
Really?
I feel like the skin is such like a delicate thing.
Yeah.
You can't just be in the kitchen mixing spices.
I know. Girl, I be hearing the stories of my clients with their facials too.
Yeah, like you can't be messing around. I really like Bush Balm stuff though.
I like them too. I do like them too.
I really like Bush Balm. That's a favorite.
Okay.
Zandyland has this like bikini brightening oil.
I've seen that. Do you like them?
I like the oil.
Okay.
The scrub, I don't love y'all.
Yeah,
but
no shade.
I don't like the texture of it.
Okay.
It's something about it.
But is it expensive for your clients to buy from you as a retailer?
I think it is, and that's why I actually don't retail.
Yeah,
they sent me some samples, and I like passed them out, but I was just like, went to go order it, and I was like, this ain't.
Yeah.
I love how affordable Bush Balm.
That's what I'm saying. My clients, it's more affordable for my clients to get that rather than like fur was. I love y'all, but y'all was really expensive.
Yes.
Like a little bottle was like $32, and
Because
That's that's a
I
lot.
had, that's so funny you said that. So when I first started, I
Uh-huh.
had fur,
Yeah, I love them.
but
They
it
was
was
hype back then.
expensive. Bush Bone was the one thing I was like, oh, I could buy a lot, and it's
Yes.
not gonna cost me a car payment.
No.
Like,
No, it doesn't. So I really
yeah,
do like them. And I didn't even know about Bush Balm until like last
like
year.
recently,
Yeah, like
it's a really
recently. Yeah.
good.
It really good. Okay, okay. So what is your go-to technique for smooth and quick waxing? Do you do a lot of like speed waxing, or do you just do like, have you heard of like people doing like the one strip wax and they be trying to like
Yes.
what's your go-to? Like
So,
what is your thing? Or wax under 15 minutes, or how do you
so
do
I
it?
wax pretty fast.
Mhm.
I do need that tape that's like on the back. Don't talk to me while working.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it doesn't take me long to wax. So when
Okay.
I first started waxing, I learned Brazilians with soft wax. So hard wax for me was like a,
Really?
what's
Yeah.
that? Yeah. So I primarily soft wax. So
Okay. How was that?
I love it.
Really?
Hmm.
Okay, so when it comes to the labia area and someone has like 4C hair, how is
Hmm.
that with the soft wax? Are you like, I need to know. I need to know the technique. Like,
So
how does
I
it
so
work?
so normally if I haven't bring their knees to their chest,
Yeah.
I'll do like between the cheeks and the lower half of the
Oh, at the
lip
same time. Yeah.
because it's back far enough and the skin is stretched
Stretched out.
enough.
Yes.
So I do that like bottom half. I just go down. Sometimes I just use the
Oh.
small popsicle stick. I cut the strip small
Oh,
so I don't have that big old
wow.
rectangle and it
Yeah.
comes right off.
Yeah,
And
because
then
it's
you,
like a short area.
yep. And
But
then to
even
do
if they
the
got a lot of
top,
hair, it still be coming off.
hmm
Oh
because
my
it's, I feel like soft wax is depending on the skin, how stretched the skin
god.
is
Okay.
the better way the hair will come out. So if you
Ooh.
stretch it enough, the hair literally stands up.
Oh wow. So it can easily like pull up, I guess in a way.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
when you get to the top, they
Yeah.
butterfly. Literally, I just break it into two. I do the outer lip and then I
Yeah.
do the inner part. And just have them pull as fast as they can.
Oh
I pull.
my.
It come right off. I swear it do.
Yeah.
It
So
really
how long is
do.
the soft wax compared to the hard wax?
I've waxed people in 5 minutes with soft wax.
Yeah, I
I've
can
waxed
see
some
that.
people in like 15. It used to take me an hour. I swear it
Really?
took
It
me
would
an
take me
hour.
if I started now, it'd probably take me an hour.
It
I
used
never
to
did.
take me an hour to do a Brazilian. Hard
Oh
wax or
my.
soft wax. I'm like,
Oh,
what was
either
I
one.
doing? What was I
You was
doing?
trying to make sure every hair was off in them pores.
I
That's
was
what
like, I
you.
was playing.
Yeah.
Because now I be like, do, 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 do.
Oh my God. You
Yeah.
weren't nervous your first time using soft wax on someone? Or you would just automatically talk that in your training with the person?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they only use that. She didn't start, I think, offering hard wax until like maybe the past 3 years because it's
Oh
2025.
my
And it's only because
God.
people would come and be like, you guys don't have the wax.
I
You just lay down and pull off. And she's like, no.
no.
Well, it's better, of course,
Oh,
because
because it's what
people,
they're used to.
yes, going to the wax chains.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's so
Okay.
much gentler on the skin. It really is.
Okay. 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 Those yeah, because I worked at European Wax Center before I started. That's all we do. All hard wax. So I never use soft wax, but I heard you could save a lot of money when you do soft wax as an entrepreneur. Because the soft wax is cheaper, I think.
It is.
Like the container.
So it is.
It is.
But I feel like, I
It's
mean,
just, I don't know.
you
So
know, right.
okay.
If it works for you, use it, you
Yeah.
know. I feel like, I mean, it all could get costly. The
Yeah.
only difference is, you're getting the cans. Hard wax, you can at least get a big bag.
Okay, you're right.
So
So you just yeah. It's just how
some
much you're
people just
using
use
on
too
each.
much.
Yeah. Okay, cool beans. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the beauty trend. So you started being an esthetician 4 years ago, and things have changed where content is like people want to see your day in the life. This back then they just all they cared about is how you did your work. Like let me see your before and after. Now they like kind of want to know you and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So how do you feel with this change in the industry? Like,
I
are you
think it's
comfortable?
crazy. Because I feel like years ago,
Yes.
I'm not going to ask your age, but did you have a MySpace?
I did have a
Okay,
MySpace.
so I
Yeah.
feel like we were all like into content. And
Yeah.
then it wasn't a thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
not cool. So it kind of feels weird that now everybody's like
Yeah,
reporting
TikTok,
everything.
literally.
And I'm like, dang, when I was doing it years ago,
Years
I
ago.
really wasn't feeling it. Sometimes it is a little bit exhausting though.
Okay.
It's like, dang.
Because you're doing everything. You're
Mm-hmm.
doing like 5 jobs at one time.
Yeah, but it's fun.
You like it? So
Yeah.
do you do days where you have your content days, or do you like you ask your clients if you can like record like you doing, and then you just record right then and there. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to do better because I want to be
More consistent,
pick it
kind of.
up. Yes, and I'm trying to get back to like making actual videos again.
Okay.
But sometimes it's just like, girl, let's get the hair
Yeah,
off.
because we've been doing it for so long, so it's like we used to just doing the work, not having to do no content and TikTok dances. No.
Literally, because how many before and afters do you need to see?
That's
Know
what
that I can wax.
Wax,
You know,
yes.
never mind my license, but
Right. Okay, because that's how I found you on Instagram. I was actually you popped up on my For You feed. I think it was a video like I think you were doing a TikTok or something, but I can't remember. I was like, oh, let me see who she is. Let me have her
girl,
on here.
always
So
on that dancing.
yes, that's how I found her on Instagram, y'all. The hashtags be working.
Good.
So, what do you think about the future of waxing in the beauty industry? Do you think it's becoming more like over saturated now? Do you feel like what's your thoughts on the future of it right now?
I feel like it's growing. Like it's huge.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be a waxer.
Everybody wants to be
Everybody
a
wants to be a
esthetician.
waxer.
Yep.
But I don't think it's oversaturated.
Okay. Because there's so much different like categories, I guess you can go into.
There's so many paths you could go down
Yeah.
being a waxer or just, an esthetician in general. I think it's really nice that people is growing the way it is.
Okay. Do you have any friends like Esty Besties or like anyone that you collab with in the industry? No.
I actually don't.
Really?
I have
people.
like a few good girlfriends.
Yeah.
But like we be so busy.
Okay.
I have one, of course, we like wax each other. We always say like, girl, we gonna make a videos. But sometimes she feel the
Just
same
be
way.
going,
She's over the content creating of being an esthetician. So we
Okay.
never really got around to it. But no, I need more Esty besties.
Yes. Okay, cool. So, are you currently learning any new techniques or adding any services to your website?
So I'm messing around with henna tint a little bit.
Wow.
So
For eyebrows? Okay, period.
because I've done the regular tinting, and
Yeah.
of course now somebody would say, "Oh, I want my eyebrows tinted." Okay, the hair is dyed,
dyed.
but they're like, "No, like they're not tinted." Oh, you want like a stain? Like,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Because traditional tint only, it doesn't necessarily
Yeah,
stain the skin.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Girl, it only dyes the hair.
Oh, okay.
But
She's
most
smart.
people, yes,
So new.
yes. So the ones that stain the skin are normally like some type of hybrid tint. But if you ever
Yeah.
go, it's a company. It's called like Intensive, I think it's
Okay.
called. Their tint literally it dyes the hair. So you'll get up and be like, "Did you even tint my eyebrows?" But I did.
so
But it
bad.
doesn't stain the skin.
Yeah.
And that's the look everybody wants now. Is they want that makeup look.
Yeah, they do.
Essentially, yeah. Even if it's a little bit softer, they're like, no, like I want that stain on the skin.
So how long it stay before you need like a touch up? Can you like?
It
Yeah.
depends on the skin type
Oh,
because
okay.
I do know like if people are more oily,
Yeah.
it might not last as good as somebody a little bit with drier skin.
Okay, that makes
So,
sense.
yeah. Or
Okay.
how often they washing their
Yeah.
face. Like, some people so aggressive,
Yeah.
but it's
Okay.
anywhere up to 2 weeks.
Okay, that's
7
pretty
to 14
good.
days.
Yeah.
And
Okay. Is it expensive? I never looked at like getting a henna eyebrow service. Like, is that service like?
I've been looking
Costly?
to see how I should price it.
Okay.
I always have guilt about my prices.
Oh my God,
sometimes.
really?
Yeah, like dang, I feel
No,
bad. Is this
you are a
expensive?
business owner.
Right? And it's like no, because I'm gonna pay for whatever
Yes.
I want. I'm real bad with that, first of all. But,
Yeah.
So I haven't decided what I'm gonna
To pay
price
for
it
it.
to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Do you work on like only African Americans or do you have like diversity
I
going
have a
on?
very diverse clientele. I love that. Working at that salon I worked at helped me with that.
With that?
I think because I worked there first, it really diversified because
you?
it's not necessarily African American based.
Okay.
I
But
was the only black
Black
girl
person-
there.
Oh
no,
my
it was
God.
one other girl. It was one other girl.
Okay.
But she was at another location, so
yeah.
that was the clientele kind of showed that too.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But it's like Glenburnie because I be seeing it is mixed. So do you kind of get like Caucasians?
A lot
Okay.
of my clients.
'Cause I'm
A lot
like-
of my clients are.
Oh, they really? Yeah,
yeah.
because that area over there is very. It's
And
a
I
nice
started-
area, but it's definitely more.
And I
Yeah.
started waxing in Odenton first. So.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that area is too.
Yep.
Okay,
So it's
that's
very diverse. I liked
good.
it.
Yes. Okay, so if you could change one thing about the waxing industry right now, what would it be? Change
I'm
one
not
thing.
gonna lie. I don't. This is the waxing thing. Honestly, the client stories people be telling on TikTok and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
Uh,
bad. Oh my God.
yes. So I had a few new people over like the past few weeks,
Oh,
and they were
okay.
like, you know how people are self conscious. As women, it's like, does it look weird down there? Do I stink? Are you gonna talk about me in the video? And I'm
Oh.
like, I'm not one of those where
Yeah.
you're gonna hear about this story's about a client, but not the one on my table.
Yeah.
And no, not doing that. I want us to
Oh.
kill that.
You know,
I
I'll
feel
be
like,
seeing that. Like some people make videos like, "Oh, I had this client, and she stinked, or she did this,"
mm,
and I'm like, "Oh wow!" Like, I
like
can,
a,
yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's a little
it
harsh.
kind of give off mean girl because as women, it's nothing to say like, hey girl, I waxed you today. Like
Yeah,
something was right, but I'm not gonna get on TikTok in 3 months and talk about it.
yeah,
You know, I feel
hmm,
like it's like girl code.
yeah,
Is a difference between being informative and you just kind of you want engagement,
yeah,
clickbait, you
yeah.
know. So it's just like
I
not
feel like
like
I
that.
would keep it in. Like if someone did like have a certain smell or something,
Hmm.
it was hard for me in the beginning to like kind of express like, "Hey, it could be." So I would just keep doing the service.
Hmm.
But I don't know. Now I feel like now that I'm more years in, it's
Hmm.
easier for me. Like, hey, girl, maybe you know,
Cause
like I don't know.
she may not know or
Yeah,
he
she
may
may not
not
know.
know, and it's like, geez, I've been sitting on people's table all these years,
Yeah.
and really I have like you know, or this looks like this down there. I should probably get it checked out, but you're the first person that
So
said
tell
anything.
me,
You're assuming that I know, and I just came in here and was like, all right, girl, wax me, and I didn't even know I
say,
had that going on.
so how would you bring it up at first? Be like, would you be like, hey, I think something, or would you say go to the doctor? Like, how would you start it off?
It just depends on what it is. I
Okay.
think if it's a smell, I'm not gonna lie, the waxing is so fast
Mm-hmm.
that if it's like a stink, it's like I don't. The service about to be
Be
over,
over.
and
Yes.
it's a lot of times. It's luckily I haven't had anyone where the smell or any type of smell anywhere I'm waxing
Mm-hmm.
was like oh. Like it's
Yeah,
never
it never
been
been like
that.
that.
Yes, so it's not even. I don't even have to address it, you
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
So or like if I see something that's like looks abnormal,
Uh
I
huh.
normally like this one line I learned. You have some irritation. You should go see a
Okay.
doctor.
Oh, that's really
Yeah.
good.
Hmm.
That's like that. Y'all need to
Like you
use
look
that.
irritated down there, girl. Like,
Yeah, maybe we should, you
hmm
know. Okay, I like that. That's
yeah.
really good. See, look.
Cause real, you give people the mirror after you wax them.
Yes,
They're
I do.
Brazilians.
And you know, some people don't do that. So I was like, dang,
Yeah.
not everybody do that. Like, give them a
And
mirror.
I thought that was the
I thought that
standard.
was that's what I'm
Yes.
used to because it's like I don't want you to leave my table and be like, oh, you left something because I want to be like, both of us looked at it. You said it was
Hmm.
okay, and you know that was that. That's how I kind of look at it. But
Yes, and some people don't want the mirror and they
no, they
don't want
don't.
to look. So that's why I feel like as estheticians, we kind of like up there with the OBGYNs.
We all in the
Girl,
coochie area.
I seen something down there. You might want to get it looked
Yeah.
at. Oh, really? Because a lot of times, especially older women, they're like, I ain't looking. But like, you have to look out for yourself.
Yes.
It's as simple as you checking, you know, for lumps. Like, it's the
Yes.
same thing. So
Yes.
I just say
Okay.
it.
You just say it,
Yeah.
yeah. But I do like how you worded it just now, talking about like, oh, there's a little irritation. I think that's like perfect. So for y'all out there who be real mean to these people, just tell them like, hey, it's a
Yes.
little irritation. Maybe you could go to a dermatologist, OBGYN or
Yeah.
something. Yes. Okay. So what's your like wax room essential? Like something you can't work without in your wax room?
Uh,
Something you can't work without, like you need every day. I don't know. Maybe you might have some calming light in there. I don't know how your room setup is.
girl.
Or I mean, you said your music, so I guess you
Hmm.
can't live
I would
without
say I
that.
think mine would definitely be the music. Yeah,
Okay.
because I need to sing.
Yeah.
Need to sing. I feel like the music kind of helps them get their mind off of it, and we can just get through the service.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so what's your most memorable waxing story that you can share? It could be funny, it could be emotional, it could be
That
happiness.
happened to me.
Yeah, you and your client. It could be you too. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm cracking So,
Okay.
maybe like 2 years ago, it was a viral video that
Oh.
went of this girl waxing, and
Okay.
the lady must have like passed gas, so the powder she had put down was like,
Oh my God! In her face.
no, she
Oh,
was
just in
standing
general.
off to the
Okay.
side.
Okay.
That happened to me. That happened to me before, and my client was like, "I'm so sorry,"
Sorry.
but I literally bust out laughing because
Oh
I was like, "I'm
my God.
not laughing like at
At
you, but
you.
it's just like you, we just
That's
girls like happen." I feel like when they come to us for wax, for some people that's like the most relaxing time that they have. So
Yeah.
really, naturally, your body is just like,
Yeah. And I think the pressure too, like when you be having the bubble guts, like you're kind of nervous, and then when
yep,
you rip it, it be like, whew, like just go.
yes,
And
that
it not even be
happened.
damage, just be on accident, I
Yep,
guess.
that happened to me before, and all I could do is laugh. I said, I'm too childish for
Yes.
this.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So what's your favorite service you performed and why?
I love eyebrows.
Really? You did. You
Yes,
seem
and I
like
don't
it.
get many. I have a lot of eyebrow
Yeah.
clients, but not as many as I would like.
Okay.
Everybody's just like, "Can you do my Brazilian?"
I
Oh,
know.
leaving their appointments. I'm like,
Because
"What
that's
you
what they
doing
used to
today?" They're
do.
like, "Oh, I'm going to get my eyebrows done at the nail salon." And I'm like, "Excuse me, I do brows. You know I
Yes.
do brows." And they're like,
Yes.
"That's all right." Like, I don't just wax Brazilians, y'all. I do brows and I do
Yeah.
them good. So,
I think that's because a lot of like, not a lot, but most waxers in this area, they don't do eyebrows. Like you got to find like a brow tech, like
yeah.
something like that. Like I don't know. So I think that's why people forget. Like, oh, we can do eyebrows
Yeah.
too.
Nope. I do full body waxing
Okay.
everywhere and eyebrows.
Okay. Do you do facials too, or no? You're not into that.
I love facials, but
Okay.
it was so much cheaper and affordable to
Oh,
be a
definitely,
waxer.
definitely.
You know how I jumped out there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, ooh, these products are expensive.
Even in general now, like yeah, them products or the having your clients buy the products, it's very expensive
It
for you to get in
is.
bulk. Yeah.
So I did add them back in October, and
Oh,
I've been jumping on the fence of actually
yay.
sliding them off.
Okay,
Because
okay.
it's just like, and
Yeah.
people don't listen. People don't listen.
They don't. So all your hard work just be
It's
gone.
like if you don't, people want instant results, and
Yeah.
it's unrealistic.
Yeah. I
And
agree.
after a while, it's kind of like, so I might be sneaking that back off the
Okay,
thing.
okay. So if you could give one piece of advice to your younger esthetician self, what would it be?
Keep going.
Okay.
Just keep going. I feel like
Yeah.
even if the person, like if I wasn't a solo esthetician, it's okay. Like you don't have to be an entrepreneur to
Yeah.
be successful in the aesthetics.
Yeah.
You can still work for somebody, learn all you can, like, but just keep going. Because I had a lot of people say, "What's that? What you doing?
Yeah.
This is all you're doing? Does that make money?" Like
Oh
all
my
types of
God.
stuff. And
Yeah.
if I had listened to that, I'd be miserable. People
Yeah.
pleasing,
Yeah.
not waking up every day
Yeah. So how is
doing what
it
I want.
with your hours? And I'm asking you this because okay, so right now I'm a full-time government employee and I'm a part-time esthetician. But lately God has been like
It's been on you.
it's been on me heavy. Every day I wake up, he's like, just do it full time, just do it full time. And it's just like, okay, so how did you even, I know you say you took the leap to do that, but like how did you start to organize, okay, I'm gonna work from this time to this time, or you know how now that everybody's going back to work, you have most people might be coming in the afternoons
Yes, oh
now.
my God.
So it's like how do you work with that? Like how does that affect you and everything? Like is what I'm trying to say.
I am. It's affecting me because right now I work 7 days a week,
Yeah, okay.
kinda.
Yeah.
So, but I'm always like, if you text me, all right, girl, meet me there.
You'll come
in
in.
20
Okay.
But so now I'm trying to figure out my schedule so I can have work-life balance, but also be
Yes.
accommodating to people. But really, I'm not trying to be waxing until 8 o'clock at night.
I know this.
7 p.m. is a
That's
stretch.
what,
But I know
that's what
realistically,
I'm saying.
it's not impossible to be a 9 to 5 waxer, but
It's not.
it's unrealistic if you know your clientele
To-
base works 9 to 5 jobs. I do feel like you need a little bit of flexibility in that.
Yeah.
So, like right now, I just changed my hours to 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. on the
Okay.
weekdays.
That's good. Because then you got that morning and then the afternoon.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I could take my last client. I want my last client to come between 6 and 6:30, so we could be on I can move on.
Yes.
Because that's a long day.
Yes.
And we often don't give ourselves breaks. So it's
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry. I was nervous,
Yes.
but snuck it on there.
Right.
And so far, nobody's really said anything.
Okay.
They've been booking. It's been working out. I know
Yeah.
I have a few clients where it's, getting to me by 7 is unrealistic.
I know.
But because I know who they are.
Okay. You work it out because
Uh-huh.
they are loyal clients. Okay.
But so far, I've been loving the getting off work. I'm like, ooh, happy hour now. I've been loving it.
Okay, so that leads me to work-life balance. So how do you make time for yourself? Like, how do you enjoy, summer's coming out, you probably want to go to a wine festival, enjoy
I'm
yourself. So,
outside.
right. So how do you do that with your schedule being how it is, or plan to do that for this upcoming summer?
Blocking the time off and not feeling guilty about it.
Okay.
I feel like, as estheticians, we pour so much into other people's cups, especially at clients, and pour very little back into ourselves. So I have been being more intentional with giving myself time to do the things I want, even if it's nothing.
Okay.
And not budging on it.
Oh, I need to do that. I
just started.
Yeah, where you're just doing nothing. Like you could just sit down, like just sit down and just chill. Like that's it.
I've been on a few like small trips this year.
Oh, we love that.
Normally, I would feel guilty for like closing my weekend down and not being available. But I've been leaving the work phone home.
Oh,
the people who got my real number, I respond when I get back.
Yeah,
because it does. I deserve a break.
Yeah.
And not to feel guilty about it. So
Okay.
set your boundaries and just stand firm to it.
Okay.
And I'm sorry. I'm gonna be outside. I work so much.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So now I'm just gonna ask you a few questions that were asked to me on Instagram. Okay. These questions are from girls that want to either get into the field or potential clients, and they wanted to, get these answers from a licensed esthetician. So the first question is, what should you do after your wax to prevent irritation or ingrowns?
After your wax, so I would say moisturize, but a lot of times we do that for them.
Okay.
So I would say post-care after that, making sure you're exfoliating minimum 2 times a week, 3 times max, because you don't want to over-exfoliate, which a lot of us do. We have the scrubs, the loofahs, the nets.
We do.
And we're using them all in the same way. Like, no, that's too much exfoliation.
We do. We do.
And then also moisturizing. That's the step I feel like most people don't think about. Like, I need to moisturize down there, right there. Like, yes.
You do.
What's the point of exfoliating the dead skin off?
Yes.
If you're not going to hydrate afterwards,
Yes. Okay. I do like that.
Your skin smooth too.
Yeah, it does. Definitely. So just doing your aftercare, like listen to your esthetician, whoever they are, they should be giving y'all aftercare tips regardless. But yes. Okay. So the next question is, she was in school for aesthetics and wants to know what's the first thing she should do when she gets out of school to grow her business.
Well, she should start it while she's in school, but getting her name out there.
Okay, girl. Get that name out there.
Like, pass out cards, like you said, flyers. Just market yourself before you get out of school. That way, when you're finished with school and you decided to open up, people know where to find you. They already know what you offer, and they're ready to book. They're just waiting on you at this point.
Okay. Yeah. So basically just do her marketing. Okay.
Start it now while you're in school.
Okay. I have one more question, but it's on Instagram. Let me see really quick. This other person asked me that.
They don't even talk about that in school.
They don't.
Market yourself now. Like.
Okay, so another question was from someone. She says she financially doesn't have it right now, but she just opened her suite, and she's not making enough to cover the cost of her suite. So what advice could you give her? Because the funds aren't coming in, but she says, I'm a goddamn great waxer. So that was a question.
Girl, get another job. It's okay. You can do both. I worked 40 hours a week. Sometimes I would come in and wax 3 people from 7 to 8 to get to work by 8:30. But the waxing I made with those 3 people, I made more money than I did at the job I was at. But I couldn't afford to quit. Yeah, I had to. I would get another job even if you only have it part time. Because if you can't pay your bills, it's hard, and you're gonna be stressed, and it's gonna be you're gonna overwhelm yourself. So like I feel like financial stability is
Makes
going to
sense.
come from you having another job.
Yeah.
You don't have to. I worked full time, 40 hours a week, and I worked in my business full time. Because
Yes.
full time for estheticians is not really 40
Nah.
hours a week. It might be like 20
Yeah, it
hours,
might be
really. You know, so go
Yes.
ahead, get you another job. Let that job fund your business,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll all work out from there.
Okay, period. I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of people now, they just like jump into the entrepreneur world, but they don't know like all that comes with this and
At
how
all.
expensive it is to
Yep.
be a full time. So
And it's also really not, entrepreneurship is not for everybody.
no.
Everybody glorifies it on social media. But you could be
Yes.
whoever you want to be on social media.
Yeah.
I'm a suburban mom, okay? But
Yes.
social media only shows like the
Mhm.
positive things. No one really talks about like actually entrepreneurship really is not for everybody.
It's
Just
not.
because you can do it doesn't mean it's for you.
Mhm.
But not to scare her away.
Yeah.
But like it's okay to work another job
Yeah.
and try to grow your business.
Yeah. And she was, I guess she
Okay.
was scared to tell me that she wasn't making ends meet. But I'm like, girl, we all started. We all started where I had 2 clients, if that.
I swear.
Like, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on
And
nowadays.
also I feel like you know, we pray over our businesses, we pray to be
Put God-
successful.
Mhm.
God is the blessing not gonna come like this all
No.
put together.
Exactly.
It's gonna look like you getting a job offer, you accepting it,
Mhm.
and that job offer helping you fund your business.
Yeah.
And sometimes it looks like that.
It do.
You gotta put the work in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta put the work in, sis. Gotta put the work in.
It's gonna work out.
It is. Okay, so we're gonna close out the video. So just some advice for the girlies that are in school. Like, what would you give them when they come out of school as being an esthetician now in today's time?
You never stop learning.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like book the training, vet the trainer out that you might be looking at, but it's like you never stop learning. It's
Yeah.
so much more that I feel like school doesn't cover.
That's so true.
So you got to do your own research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
coming on today. I hope you guys had your questions answered, and definitely feel free to leave some questions down below, and I'll put all our information into this video.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.